Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through stacks of sources to pull out the key insights getting you informed fast. Today, we're tackling something huge: sleep. And more specifically, how sleep and recovery impact, well, just about everything. Your health, learning, physical performance. Let's be real for a sec. Running on 5, maybe 6 hours. Hitting snooze like it's your job. Planning that big sleep catch-up session for the weekend. If that sounds like you, yeah, you're definitely not alone. It's incredibly common. It's like we're trying to run these amazing bodies on like empty. So our mission today is to really show why sleep isn't just nice to have, it's fundamental. It's the core of your body's operating system. We've got insights from a couple of great sources. One's a physical rehab clinic looking at sleep for injury recovery, very interesting stuff. And the other is from a sports fitness organization focusing on sleep and strategic recovery for top physical function and performance. Get ready, because we're aiming to give you some solid, actionable strategies you can actually use. Okay, so you mentioned a silent crisis. What are the actual numbers here? Just how bad is this sleep situation?
It's pretty stark, actually. The American Sleep Apnea Association found that, get this, 70% of adults in the U.S. report poor sleep at least one night a month.
70%? Wow.
Yeah. And 11% say it happens every night. So you add that all up, and you're looking at somewhere between 50 and 70 million Americans with sleep-related issues.
50 to 70 million.
Exactly.
Okay.
And think about this if you're trying to recover from an injury, maybe surgery. Poor sleep goes from being just annoying to being a major roadblock. Your body needs that sleep to heal properly. And, just so we're clear, the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, they define short sleep for adults as anything less than 7 hours a night.
7 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's this myth, that you need less sleep as you get older.
I heard that one.
Yeah, well, the science doesn't really back that up. That 7-hour minimum, it pretty much still applies.
Okay, so 70 million Americans potentially not getting enough sleep. And you said there are serious health risks.
Oh, definitely. The CDC links short sleep to a higher risk of heart attack, stroke, arthritis, depression, even diabetes. It's serious stuff. They actually call inadequate sleep a public health crisis.
A public health crisis. That puts it in perspective. So maybe think twice before that next Netflix binge that cuts into sleep time, huh?
Please do. It's not just about feeling groggy. It's about your long-term health.
Right. Now, we just say sleep, but it sounds like it's way more complex than just switching off. Can you break down what's actually happening? What are these stages?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thinking of sleep as just off time is a big mistake. Your body's incredibly active, running all sorts of maintenance programs. It's cycled through two main types: NREM, that's non-rapid eye movement sleep, and REM, rapid eye movement sleep.
Okay. NREM and REM.
Exactly. Both are vital, but they do different jobs.
Oh.
REM sleep, that's where most dreaming happens.
Yeah.
And while it might be less directly involved in, say, physical tissue repair, it's huge for creativity, problem-solving, emotional processing.
Ah, so like those aha moments.
Precisely. Maybe your physical therapist comes up with this brilliant, fun, new exercise routine for you. Good REM sleep might be partly behind that creative spark. Then there's NREM sleep. This happens before REM in the cycle. Usually lasts 90 to 120 minutes per cycle, and it splits into light and deep stages.
Light and deep NREM. Okay.
Right. Light NREM, which tends to happen more in the early morning hours, that's really good for improving how efficiently you learn new stuff. New tasks, new information.
So like learning new exercises in PT.
Exactly. Good light NREM helps your brain absorb those new movement patterns better. It's like installing new software. Deep NREM, on the other hand, dominates earlier in the night, and it's crucial for remembering things, consolidating memories.
Ah, so remembering the exercises you learned, like your homework from the therapist.
You got it. Deep NREM helps lock that information in so you can actually do your home exercise program correctly later. And just generally, studies consistently show that getting less than 8 hours, it impacts you physically. Your time to exhaustion gets shorter, aerobic capacity drops, muscles fatigue sooner. Even your vertical jump height can decrease.
Wow, it really affects performance across the board.
It really does. And digging into that deep NREM stage a bit more, it's absolutely critical for tissue healing.
Okay, how does that work?
It's all about hormones. During deep NREM sleep, your pituitary gland in your brain produces growth hormone, GH. This GH travels to your liver, which then makes something called insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1.
IGF-1, okay.
And IGF-1 is the key player here. It helps cells reproduce and regenerate. That's fundamental for building muscle, repairing tissues. basically healing. It's your body's construction crew getting to work.
So let's connect the dots for someone listening. What does this mean practically? It sounds like more than just feeling tired.
Oh, way more. It means if you don't get enough deep sleep, you produce less growth hormone. Simple as that.
Which means less healing.
Exactly. Less cell regeneration. So sleep becomes just as vital for healing wounds or building muscle as what you eat or how you exercise.
That's a powerful point.
Seriously, if you're pushing your body, trying to recover, trying to get stronger, skipping sleep before PT, before a tough workout, before a competition, that's undermining your efforts.
Like skipping the oil change before a long road trip, maybe?
Yeah, it's a perfect analogy. You wouldn't do it. And one source actually mentioned research showing a big growth hormone surge happens about every 2 hours during long sleep periods.
Every 2 hours.
Yeah, really hammering home how crucial that sustained sleep is for healing, recovery, and growth. And it doesn't stop at physical repair. Sleep, or lack of it, really messes with stress hormones and how you handle nutrition.
How so?
Well, sleep deprivation can impair how your body handles glucose, it can lower testosterone, and it can actually increase your cortisol levels, your stress hormone, in the afternoon.
Not good.
No. And all that can potentially raise your risk for type 2 diabetes over time. Plus, get this, even your nutrient absorption can be worse after breakfast if you're sleep deprived.
So even if you eat well?
You might not be getting all the benefits. Your body just isn't processing things efficiently.
You know, that makes me think I definitely notice when I'm exhausted, I crave like the worst kinds of food, salty, sugary stuff. Is that connected?
Oh, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
a really common experience, and research totally backs it up.
Really?
Yeah. When you're sleep deprived, your brain actually shows a stronger response to pictures of junk food. At the same time, your executive function, that's the part of your brain that makes rational long-term decisions, it kind of goes offline.
Ah, the adult in the room checks out.
Exactly. So you're more drawn to the unhealthy stuff, and you have less willpower to resist it, which obviously makes sticking to a good diet for recovery much, much harder. It's a vicious cycle.
That is fascinating, and it really highlights how interconnected everything is, which kind of leads into another point from our sources, this idea of recovery. We often just think it means not being sore, right?
Yeah, that's the common view, but it's a bit simplistic.
So what's the better way to think about it?
Well, the sources define recovery not just as, feeling better, but as a planned strategic process. It's about actively helping your body and mind rebuild between workouts or efforts so you actually come back stronger.
The planned strategy, okay.
Right. The formal definition talks about it being an inter-individual, multi-level process for the reestablishment of personal resources and their full functional capacity. Bit of a mouthful, but basically, it means optimizing that downtime to rebuild everything and improve.
Yeah.
And they distinguish between passive recovery stuff like getting a massage, just resting, things that don't require much effort from you.
Right, chilling on the couch.
Pretty much. And active recovery. This is where you're doing specific things, foam rolling, stretching, light exercise designed to speed up tissue repair and help reset your mindset. And they offer some concrete active recovery ideas, like setting aside 10-15 minutes after every training session just for recovery.
Okay, like what kind of thing?
Foam rolling is a big one. Using a slow, continuous roll along the main muscles you work, say calves, quads, glutes after leg day, this can help reduce soreness.
And that's different from just rolling tight spots.
Yeah, this is specifically a recovery technique, different from targeting, say, short or overactive muscles before a workout. Think of it like helping flush things out afterwards. And movement itself is key too.
Just moving around.
Gentle movement, yeah. Contracting your muscles helps pump out metabolic waste products, which speeds up recovery. So planning some simple, low-intensity rhythmic movements, think walking, maybe some light cycling or swimming between your harder sessions, can really help reduce that next day's soreness.
But nothing too intense, right?
Exactly. The key is not to introduce anything new or challenging during these active recovery sessions.
Yeah.
That could actually make soreness worse. It's about gentle flushing, not adding more stress.
Okay, this is all incredibly useful. If sleep is this important for recovery, for performance, for healing, how do we actually get better sleep? What are the practical tips?
Great question. And yeah, our sources pulled together some excellent advice, referencing places like the Mayo Clinic and University of Kentucky Medical Center. Really solid, actionable stuff.
Let's hear them.
Okay, number 1, stick to a sleep schedule. This is huge. Go to bed and wake up around the same time every day. Yes, even on weekends as much as
The
possible.
weekends. Oof.
I know, it's tough. But it really helps regulate your body's internal clock, that circadian rhythm. Makes it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. It gives your body that reliable pattern. Number two, create a restful environment. Think cool, dark, and quiet for your bedroom. Use blackout curtains, earplugs, a fan for white noise, whatever works for you. Make it your sleep sanctuary.
And the screens? Phones, TVs?
Ah, yes. Crucial point. Limit exposure to those light-emitting screens for at least 30 minutes before bed. The blue light they give off suppresses melatonin, the sleep hormone.
Right.
Use night mode on your devices. Maybe try blue light glasses if you have to be on them. And if you're lying in bed awake for more than, say, 20 minutes, don't just toss and turn and stress about it.
What should you do?
Get up. Go do something relaxing elsewhere. Read a physical book under dim light, meditate, take a warm bath, do some gentle stretching. Just avoid anything stimulating, anything that gets your heart rate up. Then try going back to bed when you feel sleepy. Number three, limit daytime naps. If you do nap, keep them relatively short, maybe 30 to 60 minutes max. And definitely avoid napping late in the afternoon or evening.
Because it messes with your nighttime sleep.
Exactly. It can disrupt that sleep schedule you're trying to build. Think of naps as a quick pit stop, not a full service. Okay, number four, limit stimulants before bed. This means caffeine, coffee, tea, chocolate, some sodas, but also alcohol and nicotine. Try to avoid them for at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime.
Alcohol, too. Doesn't it make you sleepy?
It might make you feel sleepy initially,
Right.
but it actually disrupts the quality of your sleep later in the night, leading to broken sleep. So yeah, avoid it close to bedtime. These things keep your engine revving when it should be winding down. Number five, avoid big meals, spicy foods, and drinking tons of liquid right before bed. Give yourself a good 2 to 3 hour buffer between your last big meal and sleep.
Why is that?
Big meals can cause indigestion or acid reflux, especially since digestion slows down when you sleep. And too much liquid just means more trips to the bathroom, obviously interrupting your sleep. A light snack is fine if you're hungry, though. Number six, make sure you exercise. Regular, moderate to vigorous exercise is great for sleep quality. Helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer.
But not right before bed.
Good point. Yeah, timing matters. Try to avoid intense exercise within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime, as it can be stimulating for some people. Let your workout energize your day, not interfere with your night. And finally, number seven, talk to a healthcare professional. If you've tried these tips consistently and you're still really struggling with sleep, don't just keep suffering. Talk to your doctor.
Right.
They can help figure out if there's an underlying issue causing your sleep problems and guide you on the best next steps.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the big picture here? What should we really take away from this deep dive? It feels like the message is loud and clear. Sleep and recovery aren't optional extras. They're not luxuries. They're absolutely core to, well, everything. Healing, learning, performing, even making good food choices. It powers the whole system.
That's exactly it. It underpins everything. And I love that quote from one of the sources. It really sticks with you. Sleep is probably the greatest legal performance-enhancing drug that few are abusing enough.
That really hits home, doesn't it? A legal performance enhancer we're mostly neglecting. So here's a final thought for you to chew on as you go about your day. Think beyond just the hours of sleep you're getting. How are you actively, strategically recovering throughout your day? What's one small shift, one strategic change you could make maybe starting tonight to better support that recovery process and unlock a bit more of your own potential? How can you fine-tune that amazing high-performance vehicle that is your body?